What is good, everybody? Welcome back to the LTQ Wrestling Podcast. Bad Blood is in the books. A lot of good things, a lot of mid things, and a lot of bad things. But before we get into it, QJ, how we liking Bad Blood overall? Were you a fan of the show? What were your overall thoughts on it?
Thoughts on it? It was all right. Expect a little better.
Yeah, there were a lot going on in this show that was kind of a letdown. But let's get into it. So Drew and Punk obviously kicked it off in an awesome Hell in a Cell match. I mean, Punk wasn't wrong. He talked about on a podcast how he's going to make Hell in a Cell matches, get back to what they were used to, meaning more, use the structure, pretty much make a match need the Hell in a Cell match because he's pretty much explained before how like a lot of matches didn't really need the Hell in a Cell stipulation. They were just putting just random feuds in the Hell in a Cell that weren't really necessary for it. And this match lived up. They said they were going to beat the living heck out of each other. They did that. They did tons of cool spots. Both kicked out of finishers and just really a classic Hell in a Cell match. I had no really disappointments. Really the best match on the card by a long shot. And I still think this match should have main evented. Yes, The Rock came back and Jimmy came back and all that. I get that's the selling point. But man, this match deserved to main event. Nothing wrong with kicking off a show though. Like Jim Ross always says, the best matches always kick off the show and end the show. So QJ, what were your thoughts on Punk and Drew and Hell in a Cell?
I thought it was good. I enjoyed that. Hell in a Cell, they always have the matches go pretty long. Let them do a lot more. And this looked like this is their last match, so me and the robbery, the last match, always got to go out in the bang. A lot of cool spots I saw. Table outside, um, using some weapons, obviously, getting a little creative with it. That's what you expect in Hell in a Cell. CM Punk and Drew, they brought their A game, and a lot of people in the comments they were saying that best wrestling match they seen CM Punk in a long time. So nothing but positive reviews, and I was excited about it.
Yeah, it was an excellent match and figured it would be. I mean, if you're ending a feud, go all out. And listen, I know a lot of WWE fans didn't watch AEW, still don't, but a lot of his matches in AEW were tremendous. And Punk can still go with his age. I think he's what, 46, 47 now. So he's getting a little up there, but he can still put on great matches. And he did that tonight. No disappointments. I'm curious what they move on to next. I've been hearing maybe Punk goes after Gunther. Maybe Gunther and Goldberg are having a match. We'll have to see what goes on there. We'll get into a little bit in a little bit, I should say. But yeah, all in all, just no disappointments for me. I thought it was a tremendous match. Drew, you know, I know some would probably argue, Drew needed the win here. Drew don't need a win. I mean, he still looks like a badass, even with losing his cash in, even with losing his championship match at WrestleMania due to a cash in. So this don't hurt Drew at all. It really has helped elevate him as a heel. And Punk, listen, you could put him in any feud right now. He's going to be over as hell. He always will be. So great match overall. Nothing. Those two deserve their flowers. Awesome feud. I didn't like how they always did the feud, especially with Drew losing the cash in. But I thought all in all, it was a fantastic feud. And this was a feud that is a perfect example of a feud that deserves Hell in a Cell. And if Triple H is going to bring back Bad Blood, which, had I think at the first ever Hell in a Cell. So like, if you're going to do a match, you don't always have to do Hell in a Cell yearly on this pay per view. But if you have a big feud like this, go for it. So hats off to both them gentlemen. So next match, Nia Jax against Bayley. They had a pretty solid match at SummerSlam. I've heard a lot of people, like I said in my prediction video, a lot of people were looking forward to this match. A lot of the audience, they liked the match they had at SummerSlam. And, this match wasn't bad. I saw some stuff that was pretty cool. I mean, Nia Jax did a Hurricane Rana, did a move thief, did a Bayley to belly. Bayley did some cool stuff. And then out came Tiffany Stratton. Everybody thought she was cashing in, and she ends up, the referee gets knocked out. Obviously, Nia Jax falls on the referee. Out comes Tiffy time. She tries to cash in. Nia Jax does an Undertaker sit up and stares right at her like, the hell are you doing? I thought we were friends. You're cashing in on me. So the cash in doesn't happen. Nia and Bayley go at her for a little bit more. And then Nia hits her finisher for the 1, 2, 3, and she retains. And they will not have Tiffany time yet for the for the women's world championship. So QJ, what do you think about this match overall? And do you like Tiffany Stratton teasing a cash in?
Yeah, this match was it was pretty good. Nia and Baylor, they have their chemistry in the ring. They've been They fought a lot. Remember NXT? They had a good match. You said SummerSlam too. It was good, but they got to stop teasing with the Money in the Bank cashing. I mean, if they gonna have her come out, she should have came out when whoever got pinned, and then come in. Don't come in middle of the fight. I mean, we remember Rollins did do that, so I mean that worked out pretty well. But they got to stop having the referee get knocked out in a lot of situations. They always do that. Uh, it's like they make it too obvious. It's like you can see it's coming. Oh, look like this referee about to get knocked out because he was standing in the right position for a long time and stuff like that. But yeah, they got to stop teasing it. Overall, good match, but they got to stop teasing the Money in the Bank. Like if I'm a cash in, if this is my time to cash in, let me cash in. And I know she's gonna cash eventually, but when is enough enough?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like they really OD some of the cash in sometimes. It's just like, well, I remember with Priest, they just teased it so much where it was just getting to a point like, okay, is he actually even going to cash in? Is he going to tease his cash in? Stuff like that. So, yeah, like you just said, I didn't think the match was bad. I thought, these two had great chemistry. I do think it's time for Nia to face somebody new. I understand the argument for Naomi shouldn't have been in this spot. Maybe Triple H saw, like, okay, Bayley and Nia have good chemistry. Bayley's been involved with Tiffany Stratton a lot, so maybe we'll just go with this. But it is time to get somebody new in that spot. Maybe they go Michin since she beat Chelsea Green in that dumpster match, or Naomi. Just a different feud for Nia Jax would be pretty cool. So hopefully they go into Crown Jewel. Well, Crown Jewel she's going to be facing looks like Liv at this point, but maybe at Survivor Series or something she faces somebody new. All in all, solid match. So Damian Priest got the win over Finn Balor, and I wasn't a fan of Priest winning this match. I understand it. Priest is the bigger name right now, but I just feel like Finn needed to get this win. Finn needed the win, and he didn't get it. Not a bad match. I just felt like it needed like a stipulation or something. I don't know. There's been a few they really were building up, and it just kind of didn't really get built up like many thought, I guess I should say. So, QJ, what do you think about Priest and Finn's match overall?
This match was it was okay. It was doing a lot of cool moves. Um, yeah, I didn't think Priest needed the win. I think Finn needed more of a win because I mean, remember Finn back then he was tearing the roof down. You know what I mean? But ever since I don't know, ever since that injury with Rollins, that was a while back though. But after he got that win, he had to give that championship up. It was I don't know. From there, it's like I don't know. Finn a good talent. Um, I don't know. They just gotta have a win. Like the match was good. It was picking up, and then after that, it was over. Um, Phil Finn should have kicked out of that finisher because I think Priest kicked out of his. Could have had the match going a little bit longer. I mean, overall good match. Hopefully they pretty sure they'll face again, and hopefully that'll be better next time.
Yeah, hopefully it continues and Finn gets a win back and maybe they have a third match. We'll have to see how that goes. Listen, Finn Balor and JD McDonough need to defend them damn tag titles. I mean, they've held them for like 100 days and have only defended it one time. I mean, I forget sometimes we're even the tag team champions at times. It's kind of disappointing how the run's been. And they both can work. So I mean, if you put them against some of the tag teams, they'll have great matches. It's just WWE's just been kind of just forgetting about them titles. That's why I feel like sometimes companies have too many titles where they just, oh, we actually have these belts. Well, now let's defend them. Like that's the problem. And AEW has that problem too. They have too many titles, and not really all of them are getting defended or the TV time they deserve. But yeah, Finn definitely needs to win the next match. They have another match. Priest, you know, didn't to me just didn't really need this win. I mean, he won a SummerSlam or not SummerSlam. I'm tripping. The last match. So I don't know. I don't really know where Finn goes from here. If he loses again to Priest, then man, I mean, Finn's just again he is tag team champion, but I don't know. We'll have to see how this feud continues to play out. The next match we'll get into here in a few minutes or a few seconds. Liv and Rhea also a Judgment Day really had a letdown. but just let Finn get a win. Priest wins the next match. I know it doesn't really matter if you're going with that logic, like who wins the first match, who wins the second match, who wins the feud, and all that. But it's like, to me, Finn just needed this win. So we'll have to see where it goes from here. The next match, Liv against Rhea, Dom in a shark cage. And the match, was it the greatest women's match of all time? I don't think so. I thought Liv did some cool stuff. I thought they made Rhea kind of look like an idiot. I get she wanted to go hit Dom after, because pretty much Dom fell from the shark cage. He was hanging on, a chain on his foot. He was just hanging up there for a minute. And she tells the referee, "Oh, I'm going to go outside and take care of him. Then I'll be back to take care of the match." Like, why don't you just take care of Liv, then go out and take care of Dom? Like, that logic to me just made her look stupid, in my opinion. And, you know, Raquel Rodriguez, who I told Tears, I said, "Listen, it's been talked about. She's going to join Judgment Day." Tears was like, nah, I don't know about that. It's been talked about for a while. It's good to see Raquel because she's had, like, I think she has a rare condition or something. Don't want to put any labels next. I don't know the exact condition, but it's good to see her back. And maybe she'll just be that badass heel that doesn't really talk but just beats people up. But it was just a weird ending, just a DQ ending in this match, and it just fell flat. But QJ, what do you think about Rhea and Liv retaining by DQ?
The match wasn't the best match, obviously, but it was kicking off pretty good. Seeing a lot of cool moves, but I don't know. The writers got to get better with this script because Rhea hit the finisher, Riptide outside, brings in the ring. Oh no, let me take care of Dominic. Um, just get the pin. Like, I don't know, they made that so obvious. Like, if you're gonna have Liv retain, why it has to retain like that? I mean, at least have or let Liv pin Rhea if that was the case. Not just have interference, then the match is over. You just call the match. Um, and they gotta get better with that, with the writing on that, because that was ridiculous the way that ended, and I don't ever want to see that again.
Yeah, not the best writing by Triple H and the creative on this. I understand you don't want Rhea or Liv to take a pin right now, but like, the crowd was just dead during the final sequence of this match. I mean, Raquel Rodriguez didn't even really get a reaction or nothing. Like, they just did not care. I do feel like Dom in the shark cage kind of took away from the match a little bit. It just felt like they cared more about him being up there in the actual match. It just kind of felt weird, the whole vibe of the match and everything. I like both these women. I think they're both fantastic, but something just didn't click tonight. And I don't really think it's their fault. It's just the way they booked this match and made this match with Dom in the shark cage and the interference and Rhea looking like an idiot, and just, I don't know. Like, let me know in the comments what some of y'all thought about this match, because I just did not think it was great and expected better. But we'll see how they set up, going into uh, Crown Jewel. Which, speaking of Crown Jewel, pretty much, if you guys didn't see it, Triple H revealed a Crown Jewel championship, and it will be the two women's world champions and the two male world champions facing off, and the winners each get a Crown Jewel championship. So, QJ, I know you're a fan of Survivor Series. Real quick, what do you think about this announcement from Triple H? Are you looking forward to some of these potential matchups?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm a big fan of the Survivor Series aspect of champion versus champion. So him saying they're doing that, and then they have showed the other title, whoever wins that. Yeah, I mean, it's dream matches. I mean, some of them they faced off before, but I always like seeing the champion versus champion. The best man on Monday, your Monday night champion, and then on Friday nights SmackDown, your champion. Going at it head to head. Um, I just hope it lives up to it. I just said they need to go about almost 30, 40 minutes, but it needs to make it feel like, oh man, what is it going to take? Like, have that kind of like how AW feeling is, when they have a match, big time match, dream match, you already know it's going to tear the roof down. So hopefully we will see that there. And if we don't see it, I'll be very, very disappointed.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, Gunther and Cody's a match a lot of people wanted to watch. We all remember the Royal Rumble kind of one we won at the end of the Rumble a few years ago, where they went like 15 minutes after everybody else got eliminated and they put on a show. So hopefully they build off that and have a fantastic match because that's two top guys right there. I don't know who takes the pin, but I'm not the one deciding that. So good luck Triple H and Creative on that one. I don't know who the hell is taking the pin in that match. From the women's side, you got Nia and Liv. I mean, personally, I'm not really excited for that. I'm a huge Liv guy, but I just don't really see her and Nia having a great match. Hopefully, I'm led wrong on that, and they have a great match. But we'll have to see if that's their plan going. That it's 4 weeks away. They have been having more title matches on the regular shows, Raw and SmackDown, so maybe they have something go on there where they change the champions or Tiffany cashes in before then. We'll just have to see. But let's get on with this main event. Obviously, you guys have seen The Rock and Jimmy Uso both returned, and Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes got the win against Solo and Jacob Fatu. So, QJ, what do you think of this match overall? What do you think about Jimmy and The Rock returning?
Overall, this match was I don't know. Be honest, I don't think he should have made it in it. I don't know. It was just too slow. And we already know about how Roman matches go. They always like to make it slow pace. Like they'll have a long match. It could be almost a 30-minute, almost 40, and then you'll see it's going so slow. Like they need to have it where it goes slow at start, picks up, goes slow again, picks up. I don't know. I feel like they were just like moving as snails. But I don't know. I kind of miss how tag teams was back then. Used to be more energetic. Used to really get into it. I'm about to say, and with The Rock, yeah, that's cool returning, but pretty sure he'll be facing Cody. Uh, and with Jimmy, it's cool to see that. It's cool to see that, but it seems like people said, we need Roman back. We need Roman back. You saw the crowd; they was on their feet, and they kept saying this was awesome. I mean, it wasn't really doing much. I don't think Roman really he ain't really do too much. I get it, he has a sickness, whatever, so he can't do too much. But gotta pull out some moves. You know what I mean? Make me want to get on my feet. There's a lot of people want him back, so he's back. So I don't know. Could have been better, but I probably would have had this if I was booking the show. I probably would have had that flop. Uh, Probably have that kick off, and then let just Punk and Drew send it home.
Yeah, I still agree that Punk and Drew should have been main event, but I get it. It's The Rock. He's the biggest star in the world. You're going to have him be the main event. I get it. It seems like maybe they're doing a triple threat. He did the 1, 2, 3 to Cody and Reigns. Maybe that's a triple threat at Mania 41. That would be something if they did that. It does seem like something they'd probably do. We'll have to see. Match wasn't really that exciting. I mean, Reigns did a crucifix pin, and I mean, a lot of people were talking about that, but the fact that a crucifix pin gets people talking with him kind of says a lot, I guess. Yeah, the leukemia keeps him from doing a lot more. I've never been a fan of Reigns' in-ring work. I get he's over as hell. The crowds love him. He's the original tribal chief. You got the ones, you got everything. Him and Cody teaming up's a big deal. Obviously, former rivals now wouldn't even call them really friends, just against the same people or against the same enemies. They're pretty much teaming up. So, Solo, some matches he impresses me, and other matches it's just kind of like, man, I don't know. I mean, I don't really think a lot of people like Solo or I can't even speak. They're not as sold on Solo now that Jacob Fatu is here, and they feel like, and I think this probably the same opinion a lot of other people share is I just think Fatu is just going to be way better than Solo. He's a way better athlete. You can take him more serious as a monster. Just Solo's just kind of just a guy to me. I don't really see him ever being like over with the fans. And maybe that changes in a few years. I mean, we never thought Roman Reigns would be as over as he is now. So maybe it was a different character in a different direction. But right now, Solo just seems like the most boring of the bunch, unfortunately. And he really had something going at the beginning. But Fatu just, his head's and shoulders above him right now. For The Rock returning, I think it's cool. I kind of figured it was going to happen. Pat McAfee said to Cody on the Pat McAfee show, the big guy's returning. And most fans we're speculating, is that The Rock? Is that Brock? Rock makes more sense here, so he's back. Jimmy being back, it's good to see him because Rikishi was saying like prayers up for Jimmy. I don't know if he was trolling or Jimmy had something actually go on. I don't know. But maybe this sets up potentially Tomatunga, Tungaloa, Fatu, and Solo against Reigns, the Usos, and Cody inside War Games. That seems like maybe that's what they're going to go with here. So we'll have to see. I did think it was a surprise that Reigns pinned Solo. I did think Solo and Fatu kind of need to get the win more here. Personally, I know they don't like Reigns and Cody taking pins, but it's like these guys got to get some type of win, especially if they're going to lose the War Games too. It's like you got to get Fatu and Solo some type of win. I know Fatu's been protected; he hasn't taken no pins. They're not really having him and Reigns face off yet. They're really saving that for down the line, which is good. But he's still on the losing side of things, even though he's not taking the pin. But yeah, just not really the most exciting main event. But with Roman Reigns matches, I've kind of came to know what to expect with him and his matches. But KO did turn heel on Cody after the show. So QJ, what are your thoughts on KO turning on Cody? Are you ready for the KO heel run? His contract is up in January, so who knows how long he's going to be there. But is this something that gets you more interested in Kevin Owens, him turning on Cody?
Yeah, always missed the KO Hill. I feel that was always his best run. Face, it's all right, but more of a heel. So that's good. He turned on him. I feel he should have did it when he faced him at that pay per view. But we'll see what happens from here. Hopefully, we could get that KO run again. Um, just got to go back to you know what made them as good as they are. Got to make these guys, other people, feel important. I feel people just worry about the main stars. But once the main stars, time is up. Um, they had all their moments. Let's get some other stars that could really, carry the load.
Yeah, and KO hasn't held a singles title in a minute, unfortunately. And I'm a huge Kevin Owens guy, so I'm hoping for the best. But if he's leaving the company, they're probably not going to give him anything. So we'll have to see what goes on there. Hope you guys enjoyed this Bad Blood review. It's been really an interesting show. There's been ups and downs, but okay show to watch. So hopefully you guys enjoy watching. Peace.